So hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you don't know me, I am Supreme and I am currently 22 years old and I am a self-taught artist and I love creating dreamy, beautiful isometric illustration. So that is why you clicked to this video because you also like isometric designs or illustration. So let me start with a simple question. Do you ever create any unique isometric illustration using references? If yes, then this video is for you because in this video we are going to create a dreamy isometric illustration using some simple references. So my basic idea for creating this illustration was inspired by these references which I chose. I particularly like the first reference because of the colors and the cloud thing, and for the other references I like the coffee things. That is why I selected these specific references. So you will see I started with a rough sketch, like whatever I like on these references I just want to include those things like the cloudy thing and the coffee thing on my illustration. And to like speed up the rough sketch process, I use my coffee machine stamp brush to make things simple, to like, because I have to draw this illustration in 60 minutes, and also to make things challenging I decided to color this illustration with watercolor at first. But don't worry, I also shared my favorite coloring method, as you know. So let's complete the illustration with watercolor first, then we will move to the my favorite method. So here I am outlining my rough sketch with my dry outline brush, which you will see in my watercolor brush pack. Now after outlining, here I place a texture paper behind the illustration because whenever I do watercolor things, I also want to feel more natural. So that is why I place a texture paper. And to make the outline good, I duplicated the outline layer and changed the layer mode to like color dodge mode or linear light mode. It's just my personal preference, so you can adjust to whatever mode you like. So now let's move to the coloring part, and I am using my go-to palettes to color this illustration, and I use edge water mix brush to color the base color in this coffee machine and the grasses. And sometimes I switch to both edge water mix brush and 0.2 edge water mix brush. Like, I use those brush more often, and for the shadow part I use most of the time the rough edge brush to add shadows to my illustration. And there is no right or wrong way to color your illustration. Whatever suits your process or whatever you like in your process, just prefer those methods. And many of you ask me how you pick your color. To be honest, like, it's just my intuition, and like I really like warm color, so I mostly use my palettes to fill the colors in my illustrations. Trust me, I want to teach you like how I pick colors. So here is my single tip that might help you in your coloring process. So my first suggestion is to use references. Like, what I mean is that whenever you like any particular reference, just pick the color from the reference and use it to your illustration. If you like the color, then save it to your color palette. This is the like most easiest way to choose color for your illustration. And back then I used this method all the time because I really afraid to pick colors but now I am more confident with colors. So let's color this whole illustration, and if you notice how I get the soft look in the clouds, I use the soft mix brush. And if I honestly say, if I get like if I give myself more than 60 minutes, I could make this illustration better. But no worries. So now let's finish this illustration, and we will move to the next coloring part. So here is my final illustration using watercolor. Now let's color this illustration with my personal favorite method, which is, if you follow my channel, you might know what I am talking about. So basically I am using outline a sketch which I previously made starting of my video. Now I am re-outlining with my favorite brush, and then we will move to the coloring part. I think most of you already know my method. Like, if you don't, please watch my coloring method. I made a separate video on like how I do the coloring part. So to summarize my whole process, I'll first do the outlining part, then I move to fill out my background color, and after that I'll use white color to fill out my illustration color to help me when I color, like when I fill out the colors in my illustration. I simply use clipping masks to speed up the coloring process, and for the coloring I use my go-to color palettes or my autumn color palettes to color the illustration. But in this illustration I use my go-to color palette to color the whole illustration. And after the first layer of coloring, then I move to my most fun part, which is the shadow and the highlight part. So my most favorite part is like the highlight part, which I hope you all know, the color dodge part. And then after that, I'll at the end of my illustration process, I do some experiment with background and the elements and the color things. And trust me, if you never made any isometric illustration, I please try out. It's really fun for me because it feels like I am doing something different every single piece of my illustration. That is why I dropped the character design illustration thing back then when I started my career, because it get really repetitive for me. Like I don't hate the character design, but I realize it's not my thing. So here are some of the illustration which I made early on my career. I really enjoy creating them at the time, but after spending so much time on them, I realize it not my thing. So I really like quick drawings and illustration. That is why I choose isometric thing, because I really enjoy the coloring process and the making the whole illustration process. By the way, you can check out my sketchbook tour where you will find my character illustration. Like, if you are interested in seeing my earlier work, make sure to check it out. So again, if you really want to learn my coloring method or process, please watch my previous videos. So yeah, that's it for today, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you find this video inspirational. And yeah, and also all of my brushes I link down in the description, so please make sure to check it out. And I know this video is quite different than my usual videos, so please do let me know, do you enjoy this video type, or do you enjoy my previous video type? So I know this video is not too much detail. So I just want to experiment with my videos. So yeah, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.